Hey everybody, welcome to Smashing Game Time. We're three brothers that talk about gaming's back catalog of yesteryear. I am your host, Nick. I have my brothers back. That's right, my brothers are back this week. Down below me is Josh. Josh, welcome back. We missed you.
You did not miss me because you lied.
Yeah, it was all planned. This whole charade.
I missed you so much. You guys were gone. And then to my left, he was also kind of sort of missed. That's my other brother, Jake.
I was not gone. You betrayed us.
Yeah.
No, you. Nick, so you guys.
For everybody who is not aware, there was an attempt of coup d'état, and Nick failed.
I don't even know what that word means.
It means a coup matata.
This guy has a master's degree and doesn't even know what it means.
Look, I don't know words. I don't read books. I don't do any of that shit. I'm just here to talk video games with my brothers. We're doing 2019 Q4 today. We're also going to look at some of the games announced from Game Fest today. It is Thursday. Well, when you hear this podcast, it's Monday, but the Summer Games Fest videos just happened earlier. So we're going to look at what was announced, look at what trailers are out, and we're going to talk about those. Before we get into all that, though, as always, we are a Trident Network podcast. Go check out our siblings. They're awesome. Find Smashing Game Time wherever you get your podcast. Go rate and review us. Leave kind words, 5 stars. We really appreciate it. It's a free way to help the show. Gets more ears into this microphone. Before we get into the full swing of the show, wanted to ask what everyone's playing. I'll go first, if you guys don't mind, because I'm looking at this list, and Jake's got a pretty long list here.
No, but you know how my list goes.
Yeah, I do. So I've got a few smaller games I've been playing. First one here is Moonleap. It is a 2D puzzler. Think something like, I'm blanking on other games that are like this. So basically, you're a little moon guy, and every time you jump, so like you're a yellow moon. When you're a yellow moon, all the blue area surfaces have spikes on them, but the yellow ones don't. And when you're a blue moon, all the blue surfaces don't have spikes, and the yellow ones do. And you're collecting 3 flowers to finish each stage. It's getting challenging, and each level kind of introduces this new aspect. I think I'm about a third of the way through the game, having a lot of fun with that. It's just a nice little low stakes game that you just play over and over again. It is giving me some Meat Boy vibes. A lot of trial and error.
Okay.
And your little moon guy dies. There's not blood everywhere like Meat Boy, but I like it. I like Moonleap so far. That is from, who is that from? Is that Gus Select? And that's Gus Select. That's a cool name. Other games I've been playing. Been playing Return. This is a 2D side-scroller Souls-like. You are an astronaut returning home to your home planet that's been overrun by these creatures. 2 headbands is too hot. Hold on.
Oh, man.
I'm dying. Oh, my goodness. You know what? I might just take both of them off. I'm dying down here. Oh. That is
basement. How can you be dying?
Better.
Now we're canceled.
I was dying, man. That was so hot. So Return. It's very simple. A lot of the lore is just implanted in the world. The bosses are challenging, but not like overwhelming like a Souls-like is. And it's got this cool little pixelated look to it. The world, the backdrop is it's like this green planet, but there's like weird shit going on behind you. Having a lot of fun with that. I actually beat it. I think I'm going to do another run through of it though. I really enjoyed it. You have guns, you have swords. It's simple. It's a simple game. That's why it's not taking me very long to talk about it. I think you guys should check it out because I was pleasantly surprised by it. It's called Return. That's it. It's just called Return.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Return on there, my thought was Returnal, and you just forgot the old part. And then as you start to say space, I'm like, son of a bitch, he meant Returnal.
And that is my thought process. No, not I do want to try Returnal eventually, but no, I enjoy
Returnal. It's good.
Check out Return. A lot of fun. It only took me about 3 hours to beat it. That's my one beef with it, is that it's really short.
Is there like a New Game Plus mode of any sort?
No, but the developer does plan on adding it. He saw that people weren't too... it's a solo developer. What is that? I called him Undead Unicorn earlier. It's Dead Unicorn. And he was like, yeah, people are not too happy about the length. I think it's a $20 game. And he was like, I'm going to add New Game Plus and some other stuff. So it sounds like that's coming down the pipeline. maybe like a boss rush. I think I saw that. I was in Discord because I got like a breaking bug and went in and reported it, and I saw a few things in there about that. So yeah, I'd say pick it up, Josh. It just came out last week. 62 reviews on Steam. Very positive.
I'd pick it up. I mean, the fact that, you know, a sole developer who's willing to talk to the community and work things like to improve the game, that's already a win on my books. So
everybody's got Discord these days, though, you know.
No, I don't mean like the Discord book, but I mean the fact that he's willing to listen to his community and go, yeah, I do need to do that. Add more stuff to it. So yeah, I'm going to do that.
The other game I've been playing was one that was on. I couldn't talk about it the last time we were all here because I was reviewing it. It had a embargo. It had an embargo until recently. Actually, today, I think. This is Bleak Sword DX. This is a re-release of Bleak Sword. I believe Bleak Sword's a mobile game. This is an extended version of that with some additional game modes. So you have the regular campaign, but you also have a campaign that adds levels, and it makes it harder. There's also a randomizer. Once you beat the campaign, you also unlock a boss rush and like arena mode, which is just an endless mode, and you keep going and going and going. A lot of replayability in it. And maybe it'll be in there now that it's actually released. I was not concerned, but I was disappointed there wasn't like a leaderboard. So like if Josh played the arena mode and like beat 23 levels, I could see that and be like, fuck Josh, I'm going to go get 24. The combat, it is isometric. There are these little square levels. They all developed really cool looking. There's a bunch of different enemy types. Stories, I mean, you're just basically trying to destroy this demon. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. I was just there to kill people. It's another simple game. You swing your sword. You have 2 consumables that you can use to heal or like buff yourself up with your attack or your defense or your health. You can parry enemies. So like some enemies will charge at you. You can block them and then strike them, and it'll give you like this little window where you don't use any of your stamina when you're swinging your sword. And then I did hate that a lot of the later enemies are not. You can't parry them. You just have to dodge them. So then I feel like it just becomes a speed thing towards the end instead of okay, I need to sit here and wait for this guy, plan this parry, counter him, attack, da-da-da-da-da. It just becomes a lot of dodging in later levels, which can be annoying. Boss fights also kind of all play pretty similar. Enemies have pretty similar attacks. I mean, they're all, for the most part, 2-legged creatures. I think the first one's like what's the woodland creature in a lot of myth that has he's made of wood, he's got antlers. Is that a lichen? Lichen's a werewolf. You know what I'm talking about, though. It kind of looks like a deer, but it's like a large wooden deer. It's always
right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's scary as fuck. Those things scare the fuck out of me anytime I see him in anything. But he has these attacks where like he has one swipe, a second swipe that follows that swipe, and then a ground pound. A lot of the bosses have that similar attack. They do break it up with others. Like there's a boss where it's 2 bosses. There's a boss you fight on a horse. There's another one that is a wizard that's throwing stuff at you. So they break it up a little bit, but there are a lot that kind of follow that one creature's ground pound, swipe. So like, but you know what? When you get into when you get into boss rush, it doesn't matter because you're just fighting to survive anyway. I also didn't. So you can level up between levels, but if you die in a level, you you lose all your stuff. You lose your 2 items that you're holding. You also lose all your XP. You can fight that same level to try and win all of it back, and then if you don't, it's gone. So it follows souls in that way, where if you die again, your stuff is gone. Mm-hmm. So it becomes difficult because then you get into later levels and you haven't leveled up because you've lost a lot of XP, and you kind of feel like you're losing ground and have to go play some old levels to try and level up, which I had to do like once, and I set the game down for a few days after that. But once I came back, I just got into the swing of things and just beat it in like my second run of stuff. So that is, I need to put my glasses back on. That is Bleak Sword DX. I've also been playing the Street Fighter 6 demo. That has been a lot of fun. I've only got 2 characters. It's got Luke and Ryu. I want Street Fighter. I'm gonna get it just because I love that demo so much. So I'll have more to say about that when I get that. Who wants to go next, boys?
Jack, I can go if you want.
That's fine.
Yeah. So of course I've been playing Star Rail. Honestly, it's such a fantastic for a gacha game. It is fantastic in my opinion. I love it. Honestly, it's just a JRPG with a modern twist, and of course you've got all your other aspects that come with it. You've got your characters that are 12 years old, and people are just going goo gaga over it. Especially one of the newer characters that they just released banner wise. I think I scrolled Reddit within the first minute of being on there. Like the first 5 posts I saw was nothing but them going goo goo gaga, and it's like, dude, I get that she's not 12, but she looks like she's 12, and it's kind of creepy.
Ooh, or what do they say? Ooh,
ooh,
ooh.
Yeah, and then of course, Tears of the Kingdom.
Time out, Honkai. Does it play like a Breath of the Wild where combat's real time and not like?
No, so that's Genshin. Genshin is plays like Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Or Tears of the Kingdom at this point.
So then is Honkai turn based?
Yes. So it starts out like it's your typical JRPG. Like think Final Fantasy. Mm-hmm. You go into an area, and you have the ability to do like a strike first, where if they're weak against that element, you do like a preemptive strike on them, basically. And then there's like pose, where if you do enough damage to them with that, whatever they're weak against, you're able to do more critical hits on them. And they're not able to do certain things. They may take extra damage depending on the element.
Okay, I was curious about that because I know the same company that did Genshin, and it sounds a lot like Genshin. So for some reason I thought, oh, this is just you're running around climbing shit, doing random shit.
Oh no, if it was like that, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. Well, I probably would have because it's space themed, but for what it is, I absolutely enjoy it. And I, of course, have my first pull was the number one character everybody wanted, and she was also the first character banner. So
can you sell it?
No.
Damn it, we could have made
but
money.
I can brag and do my ooh-woos.
Josh, you were talking about everyone going goo goo for Gaga on Reddit. It was just you. It was all your alts.
It was all my posts.
It was all your alts.
I forgot to tell you, I pressed my profile and it was just all my posts back to back.
You sick fuck.
I know. But yeah, so those are the two I've really been hitting hard on. I did pick up Death Stranding, director's cut for the PS5. I plan on playing that hopefully this weekend. It's just sitting in the corner of my office right now, just staring at me.
Anything new on Tears of the Kingdom, or is it slow burn?
It's a slow burn right now.
Same.
Just because I haven't had the time to sit down. I've been actually working on this office. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the mic is down here rather than up there.
Oh my God.
Your poster.
There's no echo.
Where's your poster, damn it?
Jake, it's happening, just not yet, all right? Give it some time.
One day. I need to put up my Majora's Mask poster. It's time. It's time.
Like I got my Final Fantasy poster in front of me for inspiration. I've got my amiibos on both my corners in front of me. I've got that Metroid poster there.
Where's your Outlaw Star poster that Andy hates?
No, that's Cowboy Bebop.
Or Cowboy Bebop. I'm sorry.
Is actually, I think it's behind this poster. Like I have it in the same case, but it's behind it.
Josh has it.
And like for those who are like, Josh, Cowboy Bebop, that doesn't seem bad. It's literally a poster of all of them lining up in like a mugshot, basically. And the one thing Andy didn't like about it, fucking May fucking like slightly bent over and you can see her thong and her tits. And it's not like provocative in any way, shape, or form, but she's like, I don't like that. You're jealous of a fucking 40-year-old anime at this point? Well, that's less than that.
What Josh isn't saying is this is a poster for the Netflix series, not for the original.
No, it's definitely the original. Fuck the Netflix one. Jesus.
I like how
I have standards.
Josh is hiding that just like he hid that PlayStation behind the TV.
I'm not hiding. Andy knows it's back there. It's not like she's like, it's either me or the poster. I want it gone. I wasn't like, I gotta hide the poster. It's a fucking poster. I just covered it up so she quit bitching at me.
Babe, I love you, but this poster's breaking us apart.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's you, not the poster, but
It's you, babe. Anything on this FFBE?
oh, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. That's just my mobile games in between things. No, I've actually, if anything, I'm hooked on the subreddit Hyrule Engineers.
Oh, is this just people building shit?
Yes.
Dude, it's just giant dudes with dongs.
No,
That's all it is.
no, there's one guy who actually built like a helicopter out of the birds, basically, in the giant wheels. I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome. I didn't even sit there and consider it. Someone actually built a fucking a Sims house for Link.
It's crazy because I remember like Breath of the Wild had a very long tail, and like there were always a bunch of videos of people doing crazy shit.
It's gonna be the same thing.
I love that Nintendo saw that aspect of Breath of the Wild, and they're like, we can do this. We can do this.
Hold my beer.
We can be a meme. We can just have people posting clips all the time.
But guess what? I mean, it worked. It's working.
I love that, but I also there's been a weird. So I listen to a lot of fellow gaming podcasts. None as popular as us. None of them.
Of course.
None of them, because we're the most popular. And it kind of feels like these other podcasts are steering away from talking about Tears of the Kingdom too much. And I part of me thinks it's the slow burn aspect of it, where I'm like taking it in, like just like you, taking it in a little bit here and there, but not a whole lot. But also, I just think people just like are seeing how popular it is online and don't want to get into like the SEO piss race of like, oh, we got to talk about it so that we can put it in our show notes and then try to get up on Google and be popular this week with Tears of the Kingdom. They're just like, you know what? We're gonna talk about something else.
Oh, it makes sense. I mean, I can appreciate the necessity to avoid it, since it's, like you said, a piss contest. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and try and talk around it. It's a great game, and it deserves the praise it gets. And I'm in agreement that I'm not going to sit here and go, we're going to say Tears of the Kingdom 500 times throughout this podcast just to even remotely get close to the SEO for it.
Well, you should say it 500 more times. It is a really good game. It feels like one of those games where I need like a week off. Like I need like 4th of July weekend or week, which we're going to be busy. But like if I had a week like that set aside where I could just sit here and play it
straight. Yeah. And I agree. It's definitely, and it's the same thing with Breath of the Wild for me. It's not I can sit down and enjoy it as much as I want to, because it's very much a slow burn. And if I'm going to sit there and try to not even 100% it, just actually complete it, it's not going to be a weekend. It's got to be like a week of just, I don't have to do anything. I don't have any prior engagements. I can literally just sit here in my basement and become the freak that I always was afraid to become. And that's a basement dweller.
Butt naked playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Then like cheesy Dorito hands and dried up socks. With Mountain Dew bottles everywhere.
You've lost I'm taking the talking stick from you. I'm handing the talking stick to Jake.
Do you know the thrill of being surrounded by Mountain Dew bottles and not know what is Mountain Dew and what isn't?
It's a thrill and a curse.
It's a thrill, damn it.
Okay, Josh, I've officially taken the talking stick. I'm handing it to Jake. We've got a laundry list of games for Jake to get through here. Jake, you have the floor.
No, I mean it's gonna be quick, kinda. So, TFT announced set 9. The theme is Runeterra, so basically it's their card game, kind of like a tribute to their card game that they have out. That's, I guess, kind of popular, but I tried getting into it, but I got bored. I hate tutorials. Tutorials are a make or break. So that's coming out next week. I'm excited for that. Brawlhalla, I'm kind of steering away from Brawlhalla at the moment. It's kind of just been They just announced a new legend, and his name is I'm gonna say Red Riot.
Red 9?
Red Rocket?
Yeah, Red 9. Red Rocket. Something. It's Red something. I forget. I already forget, but it looks like Beautiful Joe.
Okay. Oh, you got Nick's attention.
I'm here.
But I feel like it could be a Beautiful Joe crossover in the future, because he's got the whole glasses and all that stuff. And they already do Capcom crossovers, so that could be a thing. let's see. I've been playing a lot of Rust. I won VIP to a server, so that's why I've just been playing that. I think tomorrow I'm actually gonna like build a trap base and just make content off that. I think it's gonna be fun. I found a group of people to play the game with, so it's been fun. I was at a wedding over the weekend, and I was playing a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics on the plane, and I got all the secret characters, Josh.
Every single one of them, including so you're the one on the iOS, I assume. So that's technically the PSP version or the remaster, remake, however you look at it. So you got. I'm trying to remember who the hardest one in that one is, because
the only one I do not have is that one that's a behemoth, basically, where you have to go down 10 levels in a dungeon. But I got Cloud. I got that one guy from Final Fantasy 12.
Balthier.
Yeah, I got Beowulf.
You get the robot. You got
the robot.
The guy who does the math stuff, because he's technically a secret character.
He's not. He's not a secret character.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he's not on the list.
Well, I mean, he's not like a secret character like Cloud or Balthier or anything like that. But technically, you can completely skip him and not get him.
Wow, Josh, you call yourself a Final Fantasy Tactics fan?
Nick,
wow.
You don't even know what the fuck Final Fantasy Tactics is.
Yeah, it's the one where they throw snowballs at each other in the beginning.
Oh my god, that was advanced.
Shut up, you monkey! Adults are talking.
Read.
Put your headband back on, bitch.
Jake, continue down this list, damn it.
That's all I got.
You're talking about games that weren't even on the list.
I know. I thought about it. I was like, I forgot to put that on the list.
What are you doing in Fortnite? Anything interesting in Fortnite?
I've been stuck hard gold right now. It's kind of been meh. I know the new season's coming out soon, right? I saw Optimus Prime is the battle pass skin.
The 100 level. There's going to be boomerangs. I've been a little off Fortnite this season. Just been busy with the kids and stuff. I did play one ranked match, Vic Royale. I think I'm gold 1 right now. I'd be platinum if I was playing as much as I was. I promise. Promise.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, that's all I got, man.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate that. For those listening on, when does this come out? This comes out in, what is today? Today is the 12th. Hey, if you're listening on June 12th, 2023, I just want you to know that if you have the Epic Games Store, you can get Guacamelee 2 and 1 Deluxe Edition on the 15th for free. I thought those are really good games. You should really take advantage of that. I don't think you should be one of those people. It's like, I have to have everything on Steam. You don't. You really don't. Go get your free game. Go get your free game, you animal.
I want everything on Steam.
Yeah, I want everything on Steam too.
No. Download all the apps. All the apps. Guys, we've been talking for a while. You guys want to get into the last quarter of 2019. That's right, it's Q4. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's get through this disappointment.
Oh, okay. No, that's not bad. Josh, it's not bad.
Nick.
Come on. Josh.
Nick.
Josh.
Nick.
Josh.
Q4.
October 25th, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This was the reboot. This game did okay, right? I know a lot of the talking points were about the highway, the highway to hell scenario that they kind of rewrote the history on to make America look a little better than it was in the real life alternative.
And then let's not forget the whole going into the terrorist house and shooting the mom who has the fake. I think it's either a real baby or a fake baby. I can't remember.
I don't remember any of this. So is Call of Duty still doing that? Oh, hey, we have a level that's going to shock you.
Yeah, I think actually when you played this, they had the same option where you could go in and turn it on or off. Because literally you go into like one of the terrorist safe houses, they cut the power, you go in with night vision, you have to sweep the whole house and you're killing terrorists, and eventually you get to a room where you hear a crying baby and there's a mom who holds it, and yeah.
Did you just see
I don't remember if it's a real baby or not.
Did you just see what I just saw?
Oh yeah, where the terrorist comes out of the van with the bomb.
The kid and the mom are just like,
Well, I mean, how are you supposed to escape that explosion? Let's be honest.
Hey,
right
man,
now.
dude, that's just business, man.
you're not going to escape. But just the look, he's looking. That kid. Hold on, I'm going back. I'm sorry for our audio listeners. That you can't see this. This kid, he's looking. If you see his face, can I zoom in? No, I can't. This kid plays Call of Duty. This looks like a kid who plays Call of Duty. He literally sat there.
He's literally sitting there and he's like, this motherfucker's got an RC car. What the
he's like, we're fucked. He doesn't even say, Mom. He's like, fuck, he's got us.
This man got 4 kills in a row. He's using that kill streak.
Fuck.
And he's taking a bunch of people with him.
Do you get, like, I'm not soft. I promise. I'm not soft. I didn't skip No Russian back in the day. But like this and every time we do one of these games or Battlefield, like some shit pops up and I'm like, they put that in a fucking video game?
Yeah.
Just business, man. Just
Business.
So this wasn't the one. So I think the Modern Warfare 2 remake was the one where like there's a level where you're running through people's houses and to defuse the situation, you point your gun at them and they're like, okay, I'll stop, I swear. Because people are yelling at you for breaking into their house, and it's like, defuse? And you would think it'd be like, hey, I'm a good guy. No, he points the fucking gun at them.
Yeah, so like Nick said, there's a lot of controversy to the campaign. And then, of course, we go straight into the multiplayer, which it's your typical Call of Duty multiplayer. Nothing really changed other than the fact that they give you the AK as one of the first guns rather than, maybe listening to their fan base and making it the very last unlock you get like they used to.
I think the last game Call of Duty I played was probably Ghost.
That I truly enjoyed and played, I agree. I think Ghost was the last one. After that, it was just kind of like I mean I've played more since then, but none of them grip me as much as the original trilogy did, or even Black Ops.
It's kind of it's jumped the shark. It's Fast and Furious now. It's the gaming Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
When are we gonna have Vin Diesel as a playable character in Zombies?
Maybe one day.
As soon as Arc fails.
Is Arc 2 coming out? Is Arc 2 gonna come out?
It got delayed.
It keeps getting delayed. It's probably never gonna happen.
Because that trailer that came out for that back like last year or 2 years ago, it was rough.
Yeah, it was longer than that.
It was rough, and it was
they're like, okay, Vin, here are your lines, and he just keeps on saying, "I'm Groot."
He said, "I am Groot," and he said, "I am." He says, "Fucking." I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna spoil
I know.
it.
I already know. I've seen it.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen it. No, I'll just spoil it. Fucking do it.
Jake, tell him.
I don't remember what he says, but it wasn't "I am Groot."
He says, "Doesn't he say we are family?"
I think he said, "I love you guys."
That's stupid.
Now, yes, that was probably not, whatever. That's probably Marvel being like all trying to be cute, whatever. But,
That's not Marvel. That's Disney going.
But honestly, Groot was probably the best. Besides Rocket, Groot was probably the best Guardian in that movie.
Groot, they really used Groot effectively that one. I hated that he was basically just the punchline in 2. He was a punchline the entire time, and I remember watching 1 and thinking like he is really powerful. Fucking Call of Duty. Like Groot was like probably the most overpowered like hero in Marvel at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, not to be sidetracked here now because you guys have gone way off the tracks.
Time out, but Marvel knew that Groot. Marvel knew that Groot was OP, and they nerfed him by the end of that movie.
Oh yeah, they made him a stick.
But honestly, that movie was so good. I kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah, 3 was really good. Yeah.
Okay, so going back to what we were originally going on here for this, for Vin Diesel to be a part of this. All we're waiting on now is for a new Arc 2 trailer to drop. And you know what that trailer is? It's the American Dad scene where they talk about Fast and the Furious movie, where it's the gay scene where him and Paul Walker kiss.
The gay, like it's what do they call it? The French version of, they're like, hey, it's a French movie. We just cut all the gay stuff for America.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch some American Dad. We're moving on. We're getting way off subject. Call of Duty. You know, maybe go back and play Ghost. Go play one of those underappreciated ones. Also out on October 25th, The Outer Worlds. I believe this is an Obsidian joint. This is like their wacky space adventure.
This
Wait.
was their attempt at the Fallout.
Wait, is this Outer Worlds? Outer Wilds. Okay, Outer Wilds is something. This happens every time, and I'm keeping it in the episode because every time I talk about Outer Wilds or Outer Worlds, I
You get it mixed up.
these fucking games mixed up. But this is Obsidian. This is Outer Worlds. I don't think this game hit as well as they wanted it to.
No, like I said, this was their attempt at the Fallout. I won't say series, but aspect, because
Well, I think they
let's
took
face it,
they took
very
a
much
lot of
looks
what
like it.
they took a lot of what they learned from doing like New Vegas. They have a lot of experience in the RPG world, so I think I don't know. Their humor just doesn't hit for me. I don't know.
I remember for the longest time, I was like, man, I want to get this game, but I want it to go on sale. And since then, I keep saying I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale. I still want to get it.
Waiting
I
for it
don't
to get
know.
on sale.
I think it's just because I look back and I look at all the other RPGs that are like it. So basically Fallout and Skyrim. And I go, man, those are Fallout and just Elder Scrolls in general. They're just big games. They're big. It's basically Breath of the Wild. It is a slow burn.
I will tell you what this looks. So for those not watching, this is for like first person shooter. If you've ever played a Fallout game and you kind of get that vibe from it, they have the OG chat style where it's like the boxes instead of how Fallout 4 did the chat circle that everybody hated.
Mm-hmm.
It's space. There's space stuff. They do space stuff. You talk, you make decisions. I think there's like a space colony. Yeah, that's all I got on Outer Worlds because you know what? I think my brain thought it was Outer Wilds for a little bit when I came into this episode.
Nick has never been more disappointed than he is right now, because last week was Final Fantasy 6 or Final Fantasy 8 remastered.
There's too many fucking video games, you guys.
You just need to read. You're just illiterate.
I went to school in
It's that
Missouri,
headband, dude. It's that headband.
It's the headband. It's holding my head
Well,
together.
it's a little too tight.
Oh, someone on my friends list from Steam is playing Company Heroes 1. Why would you do that to yourself? Moving on.
Should they play 3?
I didn't know you had friends.
Fuck both of you. Fuck both of you. October 31st, Luigi's Mansion 3. I always forget there was a Luigi's Mansion 2. I think that wasn't that called Dark Moon or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was the least loved of the franchise technically.
So that one was on this is one of those. So first Luigi's Mansion was GameCube. Second one was 3DS. This one's Switch. I hate series that do that are so like spread apart where you have to like own like 50 different machines to play them all. I'm not a fan. Kind of my issue with Metal Gear right now.
But with this game, honestly, it's one of those things where it's like Nintendo doesn't care. Like they didn't really like do any promos or anything. They just, oh, here's another Luigi's game. Meh.
Well, Luigi's a younger child, and you guys know as one of some of the younger children in this family, you're not as important as the older sibling. You know that, right?
I'm just waiting for the day Luigi finally gets the credit he deserves.
I'm waiting for the day that Luigi snaps and just stabs Mario 37 times with a rusty blade.
Well, here's a better question. What's more likely to happen? And be honest, guys. Luigi finally coming on top and beating Mario.
And
or Waluigi being a part of anything outside of Mario Kart. It's like a Smash Brothers adaptation for him.
Well, I mean, have you not seen that little clip of Luigi turn around in Mario Kart with that mean?
Yeah, I've seen that.
you know Luigi is sour. He's going to kill. I'm telling you, he's going to kill Mario. I don't think Waluigi's ever going to get on Smash because it's a meme at this point that like maybe
well,
like 10 years
I just
from
mean
now.
like in general because people are like, we want Waluigi, and it's like, guys, it's a fucking character. Like, who cares? And people lose their minds.
Not a very good character either.
Yeah.
I mean, he is like the dark Luigi. Like that's just like Wario is the fat bastard of Mario. Like let's face
Thought
it.
you were gonna say Wario was the fat Mario, and I was gonna be like, isn't Mario a bit chubby too?
Well, okay, so like Mario's like the dad who like hangs out and thinks is super cool and brings beers to the barbecue. Wario's the guy who's just sitting in the corner fapping it.
Well, he drinks all the beers that he didn't bring either.
Yes.
For those still listening, for the game that we're supposed to be talking about, Luigi's Mansion, you are in a mansion by yourself. Mario's probably been kidnapped again because he's fucking useless in these games. And you're just being a little Ghostbuster in these mansions. They're third person games, but the camera's like, it's kind of like a stage play where the camera's following you left to right, but you're like this, you can go upstage, downstage. Best way for me to describe it right now. It's fine. It's fun. This is a game I would wait to go on sale, but since it's a Nintendo game, it will never go on sale.
Good luck.
So the copies of this will sit at Target until the end of time.
And then they'll throw it away.
Until Target's like, we gotta get rid of this, and they just fucking smash them. Hey, look, I made a Nintendo joke there at the end. Look what I did. Did you see that, guys? Are you proud of me?
No.
Lastly, we're only doing 4 games today, so we have a little more time to talk about other stuff, but you see how that's going. November 8th, Death Stranding came out. And this is probably the most middling people have been on a game in a while. Josh just bought this game, by the way, if you recall.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was PS5.
I'll be 100% honest with you. I have no idea what the hell this game's about.
So
I know, like, is there combat? I don't know. I only know is that you run around in a nice looking world and you play Norman Reedus. I mean, cool and all. He's got a baby. That's also cool, I guess. But is he delivering pizza? Like, is this Earth? What are we doing here?
It's just like that motorcycle Norman Reedus show on AMC. He's just going around America doing stuff, you know. Josh, you have this game. I have this game. I think Jake should get this game, and we should have a video game book club.
I thought no.
I think that'd be really cool. I think it'd be really cool if we had a video game book club.
All right. Buy me the game.
Maybe.
Well, Jake, if you were paying attention to Epic Games, you could have gotten it for free.
You could have gotten it for free, you bitch.
But I want all my stuff on Steam.
No, Jake, that's not the lesson that I'm trying to fucking.
How do I reach these keys?
So this is a walking simulator. So this is Hideo Kojima's first game after the nasty divorce with Konami. Sony helped fund this, but it's out on everything. Basically everything now. Walking simulator, you're delivering packages to Connect America. The big thing about this game, though, is that people can build stuff and it appears in your game. So it's kind of a game like connecting people through those things that you're building. I can kind of see the next Zelda after Tears of the Kingdom following in this game's footsteps. So they went from like the Adventures of Breath of the Wild to the building of Tears of the Kingdom to like whatever's next, like Legend of Zelda. Oh shit, here we go again. And you're using stuff that other people have built in your game. I could see Zelda taking that route. This game's a little dark. It's got like babies that you carry around. My favorite videos of this game or clips of this game are always like ones where like you have like your backpack is stacked like a tower and you're walking and like just trying not to fall over. Walking in this game is really tough. You have to keep your balance. If you're watching this video, you can see he's on a mountain. He's having a hard time not falling over. But yeah, we should do a book club. We should. I would totally be down for that. I would totally be down. That'd be so much fun.
I'm on CD keys right now. Director's cut, $16.
No,
Josh,
man, I don't have $16, man.
Josh, I will Venmo you the other half. Speaking of, you know what? We were gonna wait till later, but Tears of the Kingdom. If you remember correctly, a few weeks back, actually a few months back at this point, we were all predicting what the Metacritic score was going to be. Josh predicted an 87. I predicted a 90. Jake predicted a 93. As of 6/8/2023, the Metacritic score is 95. Jake is the closest. Josh, do we want to give Jake a copy of Death Stranding?
I mean, I'm kind of tempted to.
For being the closest. We'll go halvesies on it. Is it a Steam key or an eggs key?
It is a Steam key.
God damn it. Can you find an eggs key just so we can torture him a little bit?
I could certainly try.
Epic Game Store.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Just to make it like a big fuck you. I'm looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to like the hour-long cutscenes. I'll for sure be on my phone. But I think we just got a book club game.
I mean, Nick, do you have the director's cut or do you just have the standard version?
I think I have the standard version.
God damn, we have to get you a director's cut too.
Fuck, I'll Venmo you. God damn it.
Wait, we seriously about to pick up this shit?
Yeah, this is our book club game. Guys, you heard it here first. On the whim, on the seat of our pants, we are doing a book club. Stay tuned. Hey, guys, what a fucking decade. 2010 to 2019. We did it. We made it through a lot of shit. And I just got to say, as we get into 2020, I think this is going to be our decade. I think there's a whole lot of world in front of us as we enter 2020. And what the fuck am I saying, guys? Fucking
Yeah, get out of here, you little monologue, you little piece of shit.
Get your monologue out of here, Nick.
2020 is a hot fucking mess, and I can't wait to go through it with you guys.
Okay, well, Nick, here's some good news. You said you have it on Epic, right?
Yeah.
Director's cut's $5. Upgrade.
Oh, it's like Epic. It's on sale on Epic for $5.
It says Death Stranding Director's Cut upgrade $4.99.
Oh shit. Easy.
So we'll get you that, and then we'll get Jake a copy. Unfortunately, on Steam, but it will still be a copy.
Jake, I wish you would learn. Josh, you ready to do some news?
Yeah, let's go through some news real quick, everyone.
Let's do some news.
Read all about it. Latest football scores. Morning paper. Morning Star. Paper, mister?
It's time for old news.
All right, Josh, take it away.
Starting off, October 6th through the 11th, Blizzard Entertainment dealt with fallout from issuing bans related to pro-Hong Kong speech at the Hearthstone Grandmasters event.
I think I remember this. Isn't this where the commentators were hiding under the desk?
No. This is the one where I forget, was it the semifinals or was it the finals?
I think it was the finals. They asked for like an interview or whatever, and then Gate comes up and says something like "Liberate Hong Kong" or whatever.
Yeah, and then like Blizzard's like, our Chinese overlords, we got to make them happy. We're gonna go ahead and.
He said that, but then I think the commentators hid under the desk. Because I remember seeing, I was running. I went on a run, and for some reason I pulled out my phone and pulled out a clip of it.
I mean, I just remember for the longest time, it was like, I swear it was on the news everywhere.
It was scary. It was scary because they they legitimately seemed scared. So why else would they be hiding? Like
either way,
like Blizzard pulled out the belt or something.
It's depressing, and it's like, oh, Blizzard, really? You're gonna give in to these demands?
I think that was around the same time the NBA had some stuff going on, and LeBron kind of said some stuff to put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah. Moving on. October 29th, Electronic Arts announced they would begin to publish games again on Valve's Steam service. It had originally stopped in 2011.
Welcome back, you fucking bozo.
See, so there's a difference between like Epic Games clearly is doing something right and keeping their fans happy. And then you get Electronic Arts where they meet the shittiest possible platform, did the shittiest service to people for 9 years, then finally or 8 years, and they come back with the like tail tucked between their legs. Can we come back in?
Hey, we're sorry.
No, they do that.
They didn't actually fully do it. They actually came in acting like they were sorry, but they're still like, well, if you want to play our games, you still have to have EA Origins to, still be able, because we're gonna launch it like Ubisoft does.
So I'm still very anti having everything on Steam, but if I have to have it on Steam and you make me open a secondary thing, I want to punch you in the face.
Well, you can thank Ubisoft and you can thank EA for that.
Rockstar too. 2K,
Fuck both of them.
the Paradox Boys, all of them.
Killing the gaming industry one fucking platform at a time. Moving on. November 1st to the 2nd. BlizzCon was held at the Anaheim Convention Center in Anaheim, California.
All right, Josh, cut the shit. Tell me who the fucking closing musical act was.
That's all you want to know is the closing musical act?
Okay, well, I'm gonna guess this was Diablo Mobile that was announced this year, or was that already? Did that already happen?
That had already happened. This was, they actually announced Diablo 4 is under development.
Oh, how timely of you to put this on the news, Josh.
You're welcome.
How timely.
That was
Look
actually
at
just
you.
a coinkydink, really.
Look at you, you SEO bitch.
Yeah. They also confirmed Overwatch 2.
Okay, yeah, no, that SEO doesn't like that, Josh.
They announced that World of Warcraft expansion Shadowlands would be out in 2020.
Is that an expansion to WoW Vanilla? Or
No, it's just
regular ass WoW.
regular ass WoW.
Yeah.
And then the Hearthstone expansion, Descent of Dragons, and then also a new game mode called Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds is that out?
It's based like Hearthstone's Battlegrounds.
Yeah, Hearthstone.
It's basically like TFT.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
And
had,
then
they had to try to compete.
and then, of course, they had their usual tournaments: Overwatch World Cup, which the U.S. won, StarCraft 2.
Korea won.
Closing festivities included 3 simultaneous concerts.
Oh no.
I technically know 2, I guess, but I only know 1. The Glitch Mob,
I don't know them.
Boomer.
Haywire,
I don't know them either.
and Fits in the Tantrums.
I know them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Copyright.
Yeah, so that was BlizzCon, November 13th. I don't know if I meant to keep this one. I have to double check. Sorry, give me just
Human Head
un memento.
Josh.
Technical
Well, I don't think I originally. Well, we're gonna skip this one, guys. I'm sorry.
I
That
have to
shouldn't have
edit
even.
You
I
bastard.
don't know. You don't have to edit it. Keep it in here. Let them know that I'm human and I make mistakes too.
Oh shit, this next one's fun. Okay.
Yeah. December 12th, the Game Awards 2019 were held at Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. Now, I know this is everybody's favorite thing, and if it's okay with you two, I like to make a little game out of it.
Oh
No,
fuck.
it's not okay.
It's super quick, and the punishment, I've got a very creative punishment I think you both would enjoy.
What you got, Chief?
So, whoever gets the most right not only picks the game, and of course we're going to make it a retro game for this idea,
Boring.
but the loser has to live stream blindfolded playing the game while the winner talks you through it.
Oh boy. I had a similar idea in my head going. Were we psychically connected there for a minute the other day? That's weird.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's very weird, but I've been thinking about it and I was like, well, that'd be such a fucking good stream.
It depends,
only
it depends on the
way-
game, really.
That's why I said retro, because it'd be an older game and it would be more likely quicker and something you guys both have played.
All right, let's
the
get
only
this.
way you guys are connected is you touch tips, and I'm sure you guys probably touch tips.
Probably.
Don't be jealous, Jake.
Let's. How many categories are we going through here?
Do you want to do 8? Or do you want to do 6?
5.
5.
5?
Did you not consider the tie, you nutbag?
Yeah. You can not consider the time.
Well, seeing as usually it's a one-sided fucking match, with you two, it's pretty hard not to.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so we're gonna start with games for impact.
This is such a messy category because they don't define it too well.
Okay, fine. Best independent game. How about that?
No, just do what you did. Do what you did.
Okay, games for impact. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got Concrete Genie, Kind Words, Gris, Life is Strange 2, Sea of Solitude.
Fuck me.
Life is Strange too.
I'm gonna do Grizz.
Nick is correct. It is Gris.
Yes.
All right. 2019's best ongoing game: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, or Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege?
I'm gonna go Final Fantasy 14.
I'm gonna go with Fortnite.
Jake is correct. It is Fortnite.
Fuck.
You have to think about the times, Nick. Think about the times.
I guess this was before that expansion that brought everybody back to Final Fantasy 14 at that
Ooh,
time.
this would be a good one. Best action game. Devil May Cry 5, Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Gears 5, or Metro Exodus.
How many fucking games got nominated for this? God damn.
Devil May Cry 5.
I'm also gonna go Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, that's correct. You both got that right.
It's such a good looking game. I need to play it.
One more, and then I'll do Game of the Year, of course. Best community support. Destiny 2, Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, or Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Destiny 2.
So Final Fantasy 14 was going through some issues with their servers. I think people were struggling to get on the servers around this time. So I think you're totally right on that, Jake. Yeah, I'm gonna go Destiny 2.
That is also correct. We're still tied. Game of the Year. We have Death Stranding, Control, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, The Outer Worlds, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Fuck.
I believe it was Shadows Die Twice. Sekiro.
What was the one you named before Sekiro?
I'll just go
Control?
down the list again. Control, Death Stranding, Sekiro, The Outer Worlds, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I'm gonna go with Control.
Jake is correct with Sekiro.
I knew it was.
Fuck.
Nick, know your history, man.
Fuck.
Know
So
your
Jake,
history.
you not only get to pick the game, but you get to lead Nick in his blind journey.
I feel like I lost.
Well, I'll
can we-
I'll let you decide who gets blinded and who's driving.
I want Nick to be blinded.
What game am
Okay.
I playing, Jake?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a short game. A short game that we have.
It can be a short game that I can get you as well.
I don't even know if I was gonna say, how about we watch Nick play Phasmophobia solo by himself?
No, come on.
I kind of
Blindfold me, damn
blindfolded
it.
idea.
Blindfold
Jake,
me.
I'll help you find a short game.
Okay. I mean, maybe Bloodlines.
That is technically a short game.
Bloodlines. What the fuck is Bloodlines? Hold on.
Castlevania Bloodlines.
Is it on Steam? It has to be on Steam.
No, you can get it for free. You can Google it and get it for free.
Technically, it is on Steam, Nick, with the Castlevania collection.
Oh, fuck me. We'll do some talking off. Josh, is this last news story? What is this?
Oh yeah, forgot about that. December 12th, same day, Microsoft unveiled the design and name of their next generation Xbox console, previously known as Project Scarlet, the Xbox Series X, set for a late 2020 release. They beat Sony to the punch with this.
That was such a weird time, like for announcing
It was.
consoles.
So, this is right before COVID and everything, or at least for the U.S. I mean, and at this point, I think China was affected, and I think most of Europe. But anyway, in your guys' opinion, I've always been curious about this because this past gen of consoles has been a little weird between COVID happening, the shortage of
Everything.
chips and everything. Yeah, shortage of everything, and then finally, once everything's fixed, there's still not being like just a huge demand for them. Who do you think between the three consoles, PS5, the Xbox Series S and X, and the Switch Lite, who do you think has won the war for that gen so far?
I always hate using the term war. I mean, everything's just like, because like the line between PS5 and Xbox is just, it's so
So thin.
It's so thin now. Like there used to be a big difference, and you used to be able to like the 360 era, you wanted the 360 over the PS3 because developers were having a hard time with developing for the PS3. And then PS4 and Xbox One, it swaps, and everyone's wanting the PS4 copies of games because Xbox One copies just ran like shit for some reason. And now it just feels like developers are just like really good about, you can have this one or that one.
I mean, if I had to pick right now, I'm gonna give it to Xbox, and I only say that because not only did they keep backwards compatibility, but and I hate saying this because Nick's gonna fucking advertise the shit out of it. The Game Pass. Let's be honest right now. The Game Pass has literally been the number one contender when it comes to just content.
Yes and no. So it's really good it's good for consumer on content, but Microsoft, people at Microsoft have gone on record and saying like, hey, when we put stuff on Game Pass, it's hitting the sales. So I can see, because what is it? It's $10 a month right now. I can see that going up here pretty shortly.
But that's everything nowadays. Even look at what Sony's doing now with their, or what has been doing for the past year now with their online services.
And Sony's messaging on that, it's really weird. I'm interested to see, not to get into the Summer Games Fest stuff quite yet, but I'm interested to see what Xbox announces on Sunday. So again, if you're listening to this, the Xbox stuff doesn't happen until Sunday. We're recording on Thursday. Our episode comes out on Monday, so we won't know with you until the following Monday. It's weird. I'm really interested to see what they do, because Microsoft's first party stuff, their last first party game was Redfall, and look how that went.
It was so bad. And before that, technically, it was what, Halo Infinite?
Halo Infinite was tough. Their smaller stuff with like Obsidian, and what was the other one they did? The only one I can think of is Pentiment. But Pentiment was really cool. I don't think anybody really played it, but it was really cool. We'll have to see. I do think, I mean, obviously Sony is doing in a better spot financially, and I think just with an install base of users. But I do like what Xbox is doing with Game Pass better. I won't get on my Game Pass.
I'd give it to Xbox for now, but I think with the way it's going, Sony is just gonna. I mean, between already basically putting Discord in their repertoire is already huge.
Yeah, but the Discord, it doesn't. I heard there's been issues with.
There is. It's not a finished product, but the fact that they're willing to do it and Xbox or Microsoft is just like, yeah, fuck you. I mean, and with, like Nick said, pricing probably going to be going up here soon. It's only a matter of time.
Josh, Sony's winning. They're putting out they're putting out a Steam Deck with PlayStation controllers on the side of it.
God, don't even get me started on that.
But back to like the whole console thing, I just remember people wanting a PS5 over an Xbox when PS5s were sold out. Like they didn't even steer toward Xbox.
Well, that's just it though, because it was the same with the Series X. Like if you wanted one, it was impossible. The only thing you can get was a Series S, and let's be honest, right now, unless you're broke or buying for a kid, you're not gonna get a Series S. You want the all black.
All black.
Well, I also think what's eating a lot of, and I'm a first time PC owner here, so stop me if I'm saying something stupid, but it feels like PC gaming is more accessible than it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yep. Especially after the chip shortage went away. I mean, and the GPU prices are finally going back to normal. Yeah, it's very much a time to be a PC gamer.
How much is it? So PlayStation 5 is $500. Mm-hmm. Xbox Series X is $500. What's the cheapest PC you can build that'll run a bunch of games?
About $500.
Okay, all right, and you get the experience of building it, which is pretty cool. I just watched Josh build mine.
And let's be honest, right now, you can literally go back and play just about every single thing that was ever made and built.
Josh, don't fucking say anything about emulation at Nintendo.
No. I'm going to bring up the fact that you have the RSPC3, you have a PSX2, PSX. I mean, literally, Hell, RetroArch is a majority of those right there, and you can play every
I
single one.
am
shutting
going
you down.
to Google
I'm shutting you down.
Castlevania Bloodlines, and you can't do anything to stop me.
I'm shutting.
Well, that was a
both of you down.
Sega, so Jake, I think you're fine there.
Josh,
You can't do anything to stop me.
Josh, thanks for the news. Jake, you got a meme for us?
Me?
Time.
Yeah, we got you a Death Stranding meme. You ready for this? This
Yeah.
might shock you. All right, I gotta actually pull it up on mine because it's small right there. All right, this is what the meme is. So glad I got Death Stranding so I could take a break from real life tasks like delivering cargo or taking care of a baby.
Man,
Because that's all you do. That's all you do in the game.
Death Stranding just gets me, man. It just gets me. Jake, thanks for the meme. All right, so hey, happy Summer's Games Fest to everyone who celebrates. Jeff Keighley's little thing took place earlier today. Let me pull up. We've got the Kotaku. This, Josh, by the way, this is much better than the IGN one. The IGN one was a mess.
Oh yeah, I almost did the IG one again. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
They
I
didn't-
found Kotaku.
I was looking
They did the
early-
same thing.
I was looking
They did
before
the
the
same
show.
fucking
They
thing.
didn't have half the videos on it. I was like, what the fuck
No,
is this?
and so that's why. So I watched it on IGN. I thought, okay, they're definitely gonna have the videos. No, half of them, the biggest ones, they didn't have it, but all the shitty ones were like, oh, we got the video. It's like, get out of here.
All right, so we're gonna pull these up. Talk about what was talked about. Yeah, we're talking about people and what they talked about.
Yeah.
Looks like this was a trailer for Mortal Kombat 1. Any big announcements come from this, Josh? I don't have the show notes in front of me.
So I mean, nothing. Okay, so in my opinion, at least, nothing's like super big. So we got the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer, which and they actually brought the creator out on stage to talk about it.
Oh, Boone.
Yeah, and he honestly, just watching the gameplay and then having them talk about it, it sounds so good. Like I kind of really want to play it. Plus, of course, we got Jean-Claude Van Damme playing as Johnny Cage.
Which is great because wasn't he originally pitched to play him in the game?
Yeah, because the game was originally going to be like Jean-Claude Van Damme, basically the game.
Dude, this looks great. Oh my god, dude, this is fighting games year.
So
Fucking Brawlhalla.
yo,
who?
yes.
Who?
So I don't know if did you guys watch this at all? Be honest.
No, I got the recap after because I had a busy day at the office.
So basically, what Ed Boon said was essentially it is Mortal Kombat 1, but the reason they did it is because this is after Mortal Kombat 11. Spoiler alerts, just for everybody who hasn't played it.
Yeah, so Mortal Kombat 11 had a whole time thing. They messed with like going into the past. So this is like a prequel or well, it's a prequel sequel. It's weird.
So basically, this is at the end of 11. Fire God Liu Kang creates his own realm or his own world, and so this is essentially Mortal Kombat 1 being retold. Where now instead of Scorpion and like Sub-Zero being like rivals, they're actually brothers. As an example,
Nick, you became a mouth breather there.
Dude, this looks really cool. I'm sorry. This looks really good.
no, it looks really good, and the combat's really cool. So what happens is you pick like 2 additional characters as kind of like your like backups, and while you're fighting, there's like going to be like a counter where you can actually call them in. And they'll be able to do their moves to help you with your fighting.
So it's just like Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball
better.
Z or Dragon Ball Fighter
Right,
Z, or
but
whatever.
better.
Like they're not jumping. You're not switching characters. They're jumping in and doing an attack.
Yeah, so I didn't hear the whole thing because at one point I got pulled away, at least as far as story wise. But yeah, with just the combat, I mean, it just looks so good. Like honestly, I don't care for Tekken. I don't care for Street Fighter. I want this. This looks like I've never so much wanted to play a fighting game in my life. And I'm ready to get destroyed by 15-year-olds who play games more than me.
This video is definitely not for kids when I post the episode. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Johnny Cage's star. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, did they, you might have said it already, but did they put a release date on this?
So I don't think they did actually. I think it's later next year.
Okay, so would you rather play Mortal Kombat 1 or Battlefield 1? September 19th!
Oh, okay. So I don't remember because I passed out, but I would play Mortal Kombat 1. This is, I mean, it looks so fucking good. I'm sorry.
You guys should buy that for me for my birthday.
No.
Well, motherfucker, that's closer to my birthday.
All right, moving on from that. That was a really good lead, a really good game to lead with there.
It was a very strong lead. And then right after that, Alan Wake 2 gameplay.
So they showed some gameplay. It was really weird because Alan Wake had a little bit of a showing at the Sony event about a week and a half ago. There's this additional character. I forget her name. She's an FBI agent looking for Alan Wake. The game looks really good. It looks like, this looks like a game that's going to come out this year. This doesn't look like anything that's going to get pushed back. I know for a fact they announced the date for this. I think it was October 12th.
I think that's correct. And once again, looks very strong. Like it to me, Mortal Kombat was definitely like, holy fuck. Like that was probably the highlight of the whole game, Summerfest.
That was, dude.
Yeah. And this, in my opinion, for me, was like a close second compared to later on, which we'll get to. But it just looks so good.
So looking at I'm trying to get an idea. So when this game was so it's like the flashlight. You still have to hit them with the flashlight before you're able to shoot them and kill them. I remember them saying that there was going to be more of a horror aspect to this game compared to the first one that was kind of like more on the corny adventure side. Like it was still it was suspenseful, but it wasn't scary.
But no, it was very much more like very just, this kind of is giving me like Resident Evil vibes for some reason.
The comparison I've heard, and I kind of agree with it, a little bit Evil Within too.
Okay. And I appreciate Evil Within. For people who should talk it, I appreciate it.
I hated the bars in that first one, but I liked it. So yeah, it was October 12th, looking for Alan Wake. Hey, we're going to wake up Alan Wake on the 12th. It's growing me up every time. Cool. Thanks, Kotaku.
Get woke.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is the sequel to Resident Evil 7 Remake.
Resident Evil 7 Remake?
I'm sorry. If this is the sequel to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
So essentially this is part 2 of the trilogy. This was mine tied for number 2. Like honestly, I don't know between this and Alan Wake 2 which one I'm more excited for. Probably this, but I know this comes out in 2024. So
I saw that like one of the big things was that Red 9 joined your party, which baffles me because I didn't finish Remake. But I remember in the original, Red 9 joins you by the time you leave Midgar. So was that a change? I know there's all the story stuff's all weird with like the time stuff they're doing. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but
essentially the same thing happens, but he just wasn't a playable character. Like you do get him in the Shinra's research floor, but you couldn't play him. Like people were able to mod and be able to play him, but he wasn't like a true playable character, which, based on seeing this, my assumption is he's going to be, because obviously he's even seeing this part now, the planetarium, that's his land. That's his grandfather. So we're going to see it.
Right. Oh my God. I think original Final Fantasy VII, I think once you get out of Midgar, that's when the game really becomes the game. I always hated the Midgar part. But then
I've always loved the Midgar part.
Always loved it. Once you're out running around, probably my favorite thing. So,
dude, I hope they keep the giant snake in the game.
Oh, the Midgar Zoomer or Zoom, whatever they call it.
I hope it has like a horror element to it, where like they're like, oh, there's a creature, but no one's ever seen it. It just kind of jumps out at you. Because that was always really cool. But I mean, we saw the chocobos, so maybe it's going to be there. Oh, here are those the Turks?
That's the Turks.
Yeah, the Turks.
My thing that I'm curious about is how they're going to do the leveling system, because with Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm maxed out already. But it's not like 99 maxed out. It's the max out that they have, which is like level 50.
So it probably just starts you at 50 then.
Oh man.
Well, see, so watching this, I'm thinking it's not. I wonder if they're going to pull like the typical, like, I say Metroid because it's the first thing that was in mind. The Metroid where something happens where you lose all your abilities.
So what you were on PS4, right? Or are you on PS5?
PS4, but I do want to get Integrate so I can play the Yuffie DLC stuff.
Because isn't there some weird stuff where you can take your PS4 save and carry it over to PS5?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be getting into that soon. I would say take care of that as soon as you can.
No, I'm already level 50. The only thing I have to do is, like I said, the Integrate stuff, because I've already beat it on hard. I already beat it on normal, and I got both of those set to 50 already. So all I have to do is basically go back, move it to PS5, and then play Intergrade.
I forgot Tifa had a stupid cowboy hat. What I think they'll do since you hit level 50, they'll start everybody at the same spot if you've played the game or not. But if you hit level 50 in the previous one and you have a save, they'll probably give you like, oh shit, you're an OG. Here's a fucking cool ass sword.
Oh, so they'll give you like a Mass Effect 2 where like if you got to level 50 and had so much, they'll give you like 10,000 and put you at level 5 or something.
Something like
give you like
that.
just a little bit of a boost. I would appreciate that because that's, I mean, like I said, all in all, it looks fantastic. We get it later next year. It looks so good, and I'm excited to see what happens. And I also have Crisis Core, the remaster of the PSP game that follows Zack. I have that coming from GameFly. It's on its way here as of today.
Josh, you're the only person with GameFly. The only one. They're like, oh, fuck,
if that were
this
true, I'd have Diablo 4 coming my way, but it said it's low. And
this
I said,
Josh guy, this fucking Josh guy. Let's see. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 got a date. What is this? October 20th.
Yep, October 20th. And then as they actually showed the different versions, the collector's edition actually looks really cool. There's a Venom statue.
I also read that Eddie Brock is not Venom in this.
Yep.
So I didn't see that. I mean, I heard that, but I didn't see that get announced 100% as far as on my side, but I'm sure it happened.
Maybe they'll do like an ultimate. So like, what Spider-Man cartoon was I watching? They have an arc where Harry Osborn is Venom for a little bit.
Well, I think if I remember correctly, at the end of the first one, I think that's what you see covering Harry it was the symbiote.
So yeah, maybe I'm thinking Harry Osborn then.
Which would make sense. And I think the whole reason you have Doc Connor in Aunt May's basement is because he's apparently the only one who can cure or keep Harry alive. Not Henry, fail.
Because I was gonna say make Aunt May Venom, but I'm pretty sure Aunt May's dead.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, she is. She is dead. I forgot about that.
They just started killing Aunt May and everything. They're like, let's kill Aunt May.
Hi, Aunt May.
We already talked about Ever Crisis. Well, this is the
No, we didn't talk about Ever Crisis.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. Is this like a retell, like a iOS? Okay, so this is the.
It's an
mobile
iOS version of all the Final Fantasy stuff. So they'll talk about prior stuff. So like the Crisis Core, up to even the now, whatever. So yeah, it's more Final Fantasy VII, but mobile.
We still don't know Sephiroth.
Think that after Final Fantasy, the First Soldier, that they would just be like, let's chill for a little bit.
This looks good. And it's also kind of reminding me of Legend of the Gaia a little bit with that art form. Not this one, but the previous one. Like the block hands. I missed the age of the block hands. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's something I'll probably if it's going to be 100% frame, there's no, cost to it.
This will be your toilet. This will be your toilet game.
Yes. This will be the first thing in the morning as I'm taking a shit.
It's when I'm snapping. Not snapping. When I'm pooping in the toilet. No. When I'm going to the restroom, I Marvel Snap. All right. Pause that. Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. This is from. I saw this is from people who did Life is Strange, but also people who did Vampire with a Y, which was not a very good.
It wasn't well
game.
received, but it was okay.
Focus Entertainment. So what is it? Is it like a story game?
Yeah, basically it's. Yeah, basically.
He's okay. So it's stabby. Okay.
I'd say it's a third person like RPG, however you want to call it at this point.
Hey, it's just the prequel to the Order 1770 or 1876, whatever the fuck.
1866, 1876,
1886, 1923.
The game that had like a month of like coverage and then died.
And then just died just out of nowhere.
And you can find it at GameStop for $3.
And you know what? I think that game slept on.
Yeah.
Let's see, moving down this list, Like a Dragon Gaiden. I want to get into the Yakuza games. So this looks like this is the newest. So for those who don't know, Yakuza is no longer Yakuza. They're calling it Like a Dragon, which I think they were calling it that in Japan already. It's a Resident Evil Biohazard situation all over again.
Which is fine.
I want to get into these games, but there's so many of them. I'm just daunted by it. Looks like there's I forget what the character's name is, but he's returning. Oh, okay. So this is beat 'em up. It's not an RPG like the last one was. People love these games. I'm gonna take your crickets as you guys can leave it. That's okay.
Well,
No,
so I
there's
mean,
just like so many. There's
yeah,
just
like you said, it's a lot to get into, and no, but it does get praised a lot. So I mean, if I was into it, I would say yes. But since there's so much already I don't play that I want to play, it's hard to space myself with time.
There was one scene from the last one I watched somebody stream it where someone put a baby in one of those lockers like at like an airport, and the guy was he just kept punching it to get the baby out, and it was like one of those. I was like, oh my god, I want to play this, and I just never played it. Under the Waves is I think this looks like Subnautica. You're under the water.
It's a more realistic Subnautica.
Oh wow, that's very pretty.
That's gorgeous.
Is that James Cameron? Is that James Cameron in the water? Okay. All right. Parallel Studios, Spotlight. This game looks very pretty. Look at that whale. Look at that orca. So I'm guessing it's just a survival game?
That's what it looks like, or it's maybe a story-driven version of it. But either way, it looks really good.
This looks cool. I like this. If you're like having to like manage your air and manage the equipment on your sub and then kind of just like document wildlife, I'd be here for that. I always feel like these games take a turn. Oh, is it about to take a turn and have something weird? Like, oh my God, what's in there that we don't see? Oh, that's out pretty soon too, in like 2 months.
dude, you can get inked on. How about that?
And you can wishlist it on Steam, Jake.
How about that?
Let's see here. Scrolling further down, Sandland. I've read about this. I didn't see. From the creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, comes Sandland, a very Borderlands-looking game based on a 2000 manga of the same name. All right. So this is. Let's fast forward. We know it's sand. See, when I see desert and like technology like that, it reminds me of Recore, and I just get pissed off.
This just reminds me of just Dragon Ball. Straight up when Goku is like fucking hunting out the Red Ribbon Army. That's just what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Him, Bulma, and Yamcha.
Yeah.
This looks cool. I want to see some gameplay. This looks like it's all trailer or cutscene.
It just very much gives me Dragon Ball meets.
Oh, there we go. This is Dune. This is Dune.
It's very much Dragon Ball meets. What is the name of that game? I'm just heading on top of my head.
Borderlands?
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest? No, Josh, just call it what it is. It's Dragon Ball Dune.
That's a better name. I like that.
Dragon Ball Dune. Next time on Dragon Ball Dune. Oh, it's cool. I won't play it. I might watch someone stream it. Sandland. This is the one I saw that I was the most excited about. This is the side-scrolling. This is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Crazy that we've had all that news about what's going on with the Sands of Time remake and how they've had to go to the board again and again on it. But they've been working on this. They've been sneaky with this the entire time. So this looks like it's going. So it's a 2D, and it's going to be a little on the Metroidvania side.
I mean, it to me, honestly, when I saw this, I thought for sure, like, did they just like take a book out of like Metroid Dread? Because it honestly, I almost had flashbacks of it. It just looks and feels like it.
This looks great. I haven't seen any footage of this yet because I was only on the IGN site. Boss fights, oh my God, yes.
But do you see what I mean, though? How like it gives off so much of a Metroid Dread vibe.
Dude, it's got me wanting to go back and play all my Prince of Persia games that are just sitting in my Steam library.
I'm not gonna lie, the only one I really want to play again is The Warrior Within.
Why? Gosh, if you want to listen to Godsmack, just fucking listen to him on Spotify.
I just liked the I forget what they called him, but the dark
Dahaka.
Yeah, the Dahaka. I just like the Dahaka. The Dahaka was the fucking coolest thing about it.
It was really cool. I think that Ubisoft did that original run of Prince of Persia a disservice by having it come out every year.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that was just Ubisoft doing what they do best. Well, ruining whatever. That Splinter Cell, whatever. Dude, this looks really good. Oh my God, another Prince.
Oh man, another Prince.
Oh, this is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them.
Rule 34. Rule 34.
Oh no, The Lost Crown, January 18th. Hey, get that for my birthday, you son of a bitch.
Okay, I'll get you that for your birthday.
All right.
I'd say the next one is probably the most anticipated premiere trailer.
Oh no. All right, Path of Exile 2. Let's get it out of your system, boys.
Let's face it, Path of Exile, for those who aren't aware, is essentially Diablo, but free.
Or RuneScape, but free.
I like that they were like, hey, Diablo 2 came out. We should probably put our Path of Exile 2 trailer out now, right?
Well, it's like Path of Exile 1.
Just play Baldur. Just be an adult and play Baldur's Gate 3.
Or here's a way better idea. Just go back and play Diablo 2.
Play Diablo 3. No. I think Diablo 3 is the best Diablo. I'm sorry.
I still think it's 2.
Probably the only Diablo you played, Nick.
No, Nick played 2.
I played 2 and 3.
That was a Nick Let Me Borrow 2, and that's where I fell in love with it.
All right, this kind of looks cool. I'm kind of here for Path of Exile. Where do they put the 2 in the logo? Okay, all right. That matters.
Like the placement.
That matters. Placement. I like that. That's a pretty Roman numeral too. All right.
Bust Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Okay,
so
is he a survivor or is he?
He is a survivor.
Okay.
He is a survivor. He is playing a Nick Cage, actor, a very enthusiastic, So remember that movie he just did?
The Weight of Fame or something.
Yes, that one. Just basically that. Just think that for Nicolas Cage for this game.
So
That's what his character.
when it was originally announced, was that a leak? And this is like the official announcement.
No, they announced it.
They announced it, but there just wasn't any gameplay or like knowledge. So basically, that's what that is. And he actually came out on stage and talked about it. He gave off some of his lines that he's gonna say in the game and stuff like that. So it was just interesting, for sure.
For our audio listeners, I don't know if we said it up front, but this is Nick Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight.
Yes. This next portion was, in my opinion, very disappointing.
They did TV. They did TV. I hate that they've done TV stuff in 2 of these now. The Witcher 3.
Witcher Season 3.
The Witcher Season 3. I'm sorry. This is Henry Cavill's Henry Cavill's last run at being the Witcher before they give it to one of those Hemsworth loads. I don't know. I just haven't been into this series. It's just all. I know the books are all over the place too. Especially I think the first 2 books kind of just hop around. This show's just been messy though.
It's the showrunners though. I agree with Henry when one of his interviews he's like, they don't use any of the source material there, and it's yeah, I believe that. That's just and it's unfortunate because there's so much source material for all these things, and they just ruin it.
And you gotta believe Cavill because he's a huge video game guy.
Oh, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. I trust him.
Now, right?
Well, that's I wouldn't say that's the big thing. He is going into Warhammer, yes, but I mean, just all in all, he knows his shit, and it's the man is he lives and breathes this shit. You should be able to at least hear him out. But the fact that you're going to ignore him and go, yeah, you don't know anything about writing or story. Dude, this motherfucker read all this shit. That's the only reason why he agreed to it.
I get the whole argument of, hey, we have the source material, maybe we should follow this a little closely. But you also you want to have this it's an adaptation. It's not, you're not doing a 1-for-1 ever. No,
and I agree that much.
From what I've read, it does sound like a bad situation coming from both sides. Again, this is all he said, she said from us, but I mean, you could do worse, Henry. You could be in the Halo series.
That's true.
Which
I hope they at least listen to him for the Warhammer stuff, because I want that to pan out and actually work. Because one, I would love to have it see its recognition and get more popular. And I also want Henry to succeed because it seems like every project he's been a part of, other than Mission Impossible,
dude, he was cool as fuck in that Mission Impossible.
I loved him. And that whole the reloading, that's the most talked about. Like I said, it's all in all, I love him as an actor. He's fantastic. And I think if they just listen to him, or at least listen to the somewhat Like I said, I agree with the 1-for-1, sure. However, if you're not going to use any of the source material at all and just say fuck it, we're going live, it's not worth the time.
Hey, speaking of MI, new one's coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Let's see, Witchfire. This is a first-person shooter. This is from the guys who did Painkillers, right? Or Painkiller. I like Painkiller. That was one of those like PC shooters back in like 2005. Yeah, they did Bulletstorm. Is this People Can Fly?
Jake, you know what this really reminded me of a lot?
What's up?
I was waiting for Jake to say something. I was like, God damn it, I lost my track. The one with Showdown.
Oh, it's like Hunt? Yeah, it kind of does. What? Okay, so I'm not sure if that they did something new with Hunt, but back then you had to hit two keys to aim down the sights. I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. I don't know if they like patched it out.
I thought they patched it out.
Oh, they did. But like back then, like you had to hold like control and some other button or shift and some other button to aim down the sights, and it was the dumbest thing.
Yeah, because when you held the right mouse button, all it did was like zoom in just a smidge, but it was still from the hip, right?
Yeah, because you had to actually you have to hold a button to shoot from the hip. It was so stupid.
That Witchfire game looks pretty. That was really pretty. I like that. See, Yes, Your Grace Snowfall. This is a sequel, apparently. I didn't know there was a Yes, Your Grace 1 at all.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I don't remember. It was like, yes, I don't know if it was Yes, Your Grace or if it was like, Yes, Your Queen or something like that. But there was like a similar version of it where you had to make decisions and whatnot. So this looks pretty good too.
I like these low res pixelated characters up against. It's not a hand painted background, but there's more detail in the background than there is in the characters. I like that style. It's really cool. I don't like the movement of those characters though. Oof. When is this out? This is hey, that house is on fire. Wishlist now. I love that Wishlist now has completely replaced pre-order now, by the way.
Right.
Completely. It's crazy. Let's see here.
Next one is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which actually looks pretty good too.
Really cool. I think we're heading into a new golden era of first-person shooters. Did you see the RoboCop stuff?
Yes.
The RoboCop stuff looks good. Oh my god.
I mean, all in all, like this just looks really good. I mean, this looks really fun.
This feels like a game that shows, like, just watching this little bit right here. This feels like a game that shows really well, but then it's gonna come out like a year from now and kind of just get like middle of the road review scores.
Yeah,
You're gonna get
it
that.
just look, and that's what's disappointing is this looks so. It just looks so good.
I like the film style. Do they show gameplay here?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, here we are. Oh my god. Yeah, see, this looks really good, but I'm sure, this is a vertical slice that probably just looked like they worked on for months. But man, is this like gonna be like a Left 4 Dead type situation?
The way they described it is Serious Sam meets Evil Dead, apparently. But to me, it looks like a Left 4 Dead meets. That reminds me of like Gen Zero almost.
It almost to me looks like it's got the graphics of like Crysis.
Or like the engine, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, or Crytek.
For Dead, yeah.
Or whatever.
Achieved with CryEngine 3.
CryEngine, there we go.
It's gonna. I feel like it could be pretty buggy at first.
It looks good. I agree with Nick. I feel like they polished this up really good, and the time it comes out, it's gonna just be mediocre, and that's my fear. But it looks good.
I have a theory that Jeff Keighley beats off between every trailer. Speaking of Baldur's Gate 3.
God damn it.
I want to clip that. I don't know if we can clip it, though. I don't think TikTok likes that word, that turn of phrase that I used.
You can say fapping.
Can you say fapping? Well, I'll just edit my voice. Baldur's Gate 3. Hey, do you like looting? Do you like top-down perspectives? Do you like fantasy? Yeah, I feel like fantasy is gonna get like run into the ground. Like, you know how like 10-ish years ago everyone had a D&D podcast,
Yep.
and now that D&D movie came out, did pretty well, and now it's fantasy. Fantasy's the new thing right now.
I mean, have you guys seen that new D&D movie?
It's on Paramount Plus right now. I'm gonna
It's
probably
good.
watch it this weekend.
It's a good watch.
I keep seeing the scene where they go talk to the dead, and it cracks me up every time. I don't know why.
That's a funny part.
I do want to watch it. What is this? This is just okay. So it's out August 31st. That game's been in early access for a while, right?
Yeah, for like what, 2 years now?
Right, that was just a weird people talking trailer. Like you would think they'd want to show gameplay.
Nick, I don't know how much more you want to go through, but there's still a shit ton left.
Let's see. Hey, this has a lot more than IGN had. We can do a quick version. This looks like a JRPG. Oh no, this is the Pokemon with guns.
Yeah, Pokemon with guns.
This intrigued me because it's Pokemon with guns. They're cute, but they're using guns. And it also kind of gave me cartoon Lost Island vibes, or Lost Planet vibes.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, or like Monster Hunter almost.
That too. So that looks cool. It's really annoying that I still have to scroll every time. All right. Pal World. Stellaris Nexus, that is just DLC for Stellaris, the long-running game from Paradox. Lisfinga the Time Shift Warrior. This one, is this the one that looks like Hades?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a very stylish. I like the way it looks. Apparently there's a rewind time, so hey, okay, and you can split your that's pretty cool. Let's see, let's scroll down. Fortnite Wilds gets transformed. I'm guessing this is just a trailer for the new season of Fortnite.
Yep.
Yeah, when's that come out?
Let's see. Let's click through. Hey, Optimus Prime's in this season, by the way.
Yeah.
Does it say? Did it say?
I can't tell. It's a small screen.
No, it doesn't say.
I'm sure there's probably some date somewhere.
And it doesn't say up here in the description. Immortals of Avium. This was that first-person shooter with magic that they showed at Sony. Space Trash Scavenger. See, now this has all the indie games that IGN doesn't like to list the indie games. It drives me nuts.
No, they never do. They're like, fuck that. We want the AAAs. That's how they get paid.
Okay, this looks pretty cool. Super sweet looking game about gathering items in space and building a base. Hey, Josh, it's like Space Engineers, but more cartoonish.
Yeah, I'll stick with Space Engineers.
Hey, wishlist now. No data on that. Star Trek Infinite. This is from Paradox Games. Is this just going to be Stellaris with a Star Trek skin? Kind of looks like it. Wishlist now.
Fortnite, the new Fortnite season starts tomorrow.
What? Serious?
Yep. Servers will be down, all that jazz.
Let's see. Fae Farm. This is just a cutesy little farm game that you can actually play with people. Like, I know there's multiplayer in Stardew Valley, but this looks like the main focus is multiplayer. Hey, wishlist now. Hey, out September 8th. There you go. Marvel Snap.
Yep, their new game mode designed for losers, like you.
Isn't it like a tournament?
I thought that's what they said.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, I'm gonna be the very best, like no one ever was. I'm gonna snap. All right, that's cool. Wayfinder and MMO. Ain't nobody got time for that. Who's got time for MMOs? My life is an MMO. Oh, they got guns and everything. That's pretty cool. They died as heroes. Black Desert Online, Land of the Morning Light.
DLC for Black Desert Online.
King Arthur's Legends Rise. What the fuck is this?
The mobile game, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
mobile and PC.
All right, King Arthur, you had your 10 minutes on this show, your 10 seconds of fame on this show.
This Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 looks pretty fucking good too.
This another shooter?
Yeah. Third person.
Yeah, some guys in my Discord love Space Marine.
Nick, I think you would enjoy this. It very much reminds me of Gears of War.
I do love Gears of War. I am a gearhead, as they call
Well,
it.
I mean, it has that feeling just from the atmosphere and how the gameplay works, in my
Right.
opinion.
I like that. Throne and Liberty. What is this? This is
Another Korean MMO like Black Desert Online.
Oh, dude, I'm not like. Do these developers not realize people have to go to work? Let's see here. This is Warhaven. Just based off the screen I saw, it was kind of giving me Heavenly Sword vibes. And now I'm realizing I'm completely wrong. Next fest for this fantasy. It's a fantasy brawler. Okay.
It to me, it kind of reminds me of like
Hyrule.
Hyrule Warriors, that genre.
Oh, a Koei game or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Crash Team Rumble. Is this a party game? This is Mario Party, but Crash Bandicoot. Cool. That's a game that's already being played. Remnant 2. This is the sequel to Remnant from the Ashes. It's due out toward the end. Wow, that's really fast, actually. I did not expect that to be out. Cool. Sonic Superstars with the 2D Sonic with a 3D coat of paint on it that looked really cool. It's 4-player co-op, if I read that right earlier.
I think it is, yeah.
Hey, guys, we should play Sonic Superstars together. Call of Duty Season 4.
Yeah.
Lies of P. So Lies of P is a Souls-like, but you're Pinocchio. You're looking at me like you've never heard of this game, Josh.
No, I have.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking down the list because from there, this next one really fucking threw me off. The Exo Primal Street Fighter 6 crossover.
Oh, so Exo Primal is actually coming out on Game Pass, by the way. This is
Is
the
it really?
dinosaur hunting game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be on Game Pass, and it kind of looks nuts.
It just threw me off when I remember watching the trailer. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I have Guile skin in Fortnite. I don't need it in Exo Primal. Hey,
That was it.
everything. That was really cool. I was a little underwhelmed when I initially read this, but going through this with you guys, I'm like, okay, this is kind of exciting.
No, there's some good in it, but I think all in all, within the first 20 minutes was probably the best. And then, because for me, it was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I loved seeing that. So
I think the best one, I think easily, maybe, I think the biggest show of this is going to be Microsoft on Sunday.
yeah.
And I'm not saying that just because I was an Xbox guy growing up, but I don't know. It kind of feels like this one kind of feels like a really important one for them.
Well, you know what's bad when everybody mentions, yeah, I know that E3's dead. We got to figure out who's going to be the next E3. So who's going to take over?
Who we gonna kill next? E3's dead. Microsoft, do we take you out in the back and shoot you next? Oh man, this episode's getting long. Let's throw a fork in it because it's done. Everybody, you can find me, Nick, at That Kaufman on Twitter. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at Nick Fat Night. Josh, where can the people find you?
Hey, you can find me just about anywhere at I'm Josh Saying.
Thanks, Josh. Jake, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, at Jakey Boy Kaufman.
He had to think about it. Thanks, Jake. You can find the show anywhere that you get podcasts. Again, rate, review, kind words, 5 stars. Very much appreciated. We'd love you if you did that. We'll love you either way. You can also find the show on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. We are a Trident Network podcast. Again, as always, go check out our siblings. Thank you to Alex Marvin Clark for our intro and outro song, Hunt Him Down. Guys, this has been Smashing Game Time. We hope you all had a smashing great time. We'll see each and every one of you next time.
Better bring a face mask.